That's exactly right. Yes, I really liked him a lot.
Me too.
He was distracted all the time.
Yes.
But if you use positive approach on him, you can redirect him.
Yeah.
Now, if you dragged him, and I would see people doing that, or they would tell him no, or they would get in front of him and they would, trying to block him. That is not positive approach, and I'm going to show you that shortly. That's not it. That's not what we're asking you to do. Okay? So Mr. Loft is a sweet guy. Yes, he was all over the place. Yes, he was messy. Yes, he did all kinds of stuff. He did. But you could redirect it with positive approach to
And
care.
if you ask him nicely, politely, I say, hey, Mr. Harold, it's dinner time. You want to come with me? And yeah.
So I just want you to know, it's important, okay? So I'm not gonna try to go through all this again, but this is just so that you can see. These are just pictures. A normal brain, and then a brain that's got Alzheimer's, late dementia. See the blood flow? You see the red, the blood flow? And you see the here, and then you see this, and then you see the shrinkage. You see that? And what happens, and this is one of the things I just learned recently, because every time I go teach a class, I'm usually partnered with somebody else, and we all have strengths in what we teach with all of this. And she was talking about the brain change that happens in regards to dementia. And it was fascinating to me listening to her teach it. And basically, if you think about a child's brain is not fully developed when they're born. Right or wrong? Right. And it's very small, right? As they grow, their brain begins to grow, and their brain begins to mature until it gets to that whatever point of maturity that it's going to get to, right? So when someone's brain is dying, and you're full, let's say an adult, their brain actually begins to shrink. And I think I actually have pictures in here. Their brain actually begins to shrink. It begins to die. You see that? So one of the reasons why they remember what they did when they were a kid is because now all of a sudden their brain is starting to eat away and die and all of that, and it's going back to the place of where it started. So that's why it's harder for them to grab the material of what's going on currently, because the brain is dying. But they can remember what their father used to do, or what their, Miss Cable, I love it. She's always looking for her husband.
Yes.
Always looking for the man. I'm like, I wish I had met this man, because something. She loved her husband. It's real for her. You know what I'm saying?
Here yet.
Yeah, she's always looking for her husband, because that's where she's stuck. Whatever his passing and all of that. And one of the things that we do when we're talking to the families, we talk to them a lot about not trying to tell them that their loved one is dead, the one that they're looking for. We don't tell them that. Why? To what end does that support or help that person? It does not. So here's what we talk about. We talk about going with them. Go with them where they are. The lady on the television wanted to go home. And so Tifa talked to her about going home. There's something about going home that you want to do, or that you like, or whatever. Ask those kinds of things, say those kinds of things, draw that information out of them, and then redirect. Does everybody catch what I just said? All right. So what I want you to do, good step, I want you to spread out through the room. Just spread out. You need to get where you are about arm's distance away from somebody else, but you still need to be able to see. You can spread into that.